Hi there, Taurus. How are you this evening? My name is Cheryl Lynn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for April 28th, which should be Monday, through May 1st, I think. And that should be Thursday. We're hopeful. Wednesday, I'll be back with bonus readings. I will get you through your weekend then. That's pretty much the whole deal. We're just going to pull cards and see if we can't get some sort of insight into what kind of energy or what things you have coming towards you this week. Hopefully to give you some heads up about it and so you can more easily navigate your way through the week, right? Okay. This one's for my Tauruses. Which deck was I using? So you know. The Pathfinder's Tarot. There, in case you're interested. Let's go. All right, Taurus, what you got? What you got? We're going to start with the Six of Wands. Okay. Followed with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. This is your recent past or backstory going into the reading. Currently, I have you at the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and Justice. In the near future, we are looking at the Two of Wands, the Devil, and the Six of Cups. Alrighty, bottom of the deck for this one is the Seven of Swords. So the undercurrent to this reading feels to me like it's deception. Sorry. And I don't think that you're the one at the helm for the deception. I think that you're unfortunately, the one who is deceived to some extent. Anyways, that's the undercurrent to this reading. It could also be strategy or some other things, but that's just the way it feels. It feels like it has something to do with deception. Okay. The card at the center of your read is the Ace of Swords. That's another reason why I feel like it has to do with deception. Ace of Swords being the sword of truth. Okay, so from almost every direction, it plays into the equation. So there's a truth here that either you just received or you are in the process of trying to find. That's why I'm saying I think deception is what's the undercurrent. Maybe not out and out lying, but just not telling you the truth. There you go. At any rate, we'll see how it plays in. Okay, let's start from the beginning. For me, that's the past. Let's see where we're going to go here. So we got Six of Wands, Three of Swords, Four of Swords. Okay, so obviously there's been a heartbreak here. Does not have to be romantic. Could be, but it feels like for some of you, this could definitely be more like a friendship that went left. Still just as heartbreaking, right? In some ways more maybe, but anyways. For others of you, this could be romantic. But you were awfully good friends on top of it, it feels like. At any rate, let's keep going. I digress. I only have 10 minutes. Okay, we'll go. Four of Swords. So if this heartbreak has happened already, this is part of the past. With the Four of Swords, it looks like you pulled yourself back into hermit mode or something and took time to try to heal. That's good. Try to heal, try to rest. With the Six of Wands here, I feel like this has to do with a lot of people knowing exactly what was going on. Maybe people knew more about it than you did, right? That would be painful. At any rate, there was a lot of gossip and a lot of talk. So this was not only a heartbreak, but it was also like an ego situation, you know what I'm saying, where nobody wants to be in that situation, let's face it. We've all been there. It sucks, okay? But that looks like that was part of what you had to deal with here in the recent past. Okay, we can't change these three cards no matter how much we twitch our nose. It's not going to happen, okay? This already happened, so that's done. But however this played out and however you dealt with it is what's affecting the rest of the reading. So this is just your backstory, really. This is already done and gone, okay? All right, so where do we go now? Now we're in the current. In the current, I have the Tower. Okay, Ace of Swords and Justice. For a lot of you, I feel like you're still looking for this truth. Like your intuition is screaming at you. You know something's off. You know you're not getting the facts, but you're having a hard time finding this truth. You're going to find it, but I'm just saying it's been difficult. The Tower fell because of whatever transpired up here in the past. Okay, whatever this feels like. It was two people. I just don't know if this was romantic or if it was a friendship. Could even be a family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Sisters, brothers, something. It's somebody that you were very close to, and it was somebody that you had a lot of emotion for and felt as though they had your back. And obviously that's not really the way this played out, right? So the Tower falling is almost a given. Okay, whatever you thought you had built there came crumbling down because it wasn't built the way you thought it was. That seems to be a theme tonight anyways, but here we go. So, and justice will play out. I mean, it will. The scales will be balanced. That's the way this works. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going then. Let's go towards the future. Where are we going in the future? We have the Two of Wands, the Devil, and the Six of Cups. Okay, the Six of Cups, this is somebody you have a ton of history with, you know. And then the Devil and the Two of Wands. So whoever this person is, whether it is a romantic interest, a sister, brother, cousin, or a best friend, I don't know that part, okay? But whoever that person is, they're going to come back around. That's what's happening here. They're going to spin the block back around to try to see if they can't get back in your good graces, apologize, whatever. What they're not going to do is come forward with the truth. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. But they are coming back to try to reconcile the situation. You do mean a great deal to them. There is no shortage of emotion in this reading, okay? It's not like that. There is a shortage of authenticity, possibly. And if you really want to delve real deep into that from a psychological standpoint, that's just somebody who's not happy with themselves, and so they portray themselves as something they're not, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole other can of worms that this person is obviously dealing with, which is unfortunate for them, but it doesn't necessarily have to be unfortunate for you unless you allow it to be. The Two of Wands is here, so you have a choice to make. I mean, you can let this person back in, or you can tell them to kick rocks, right? Most of you will probably let them back in, but it will be from a much more cautious and defensive stance, you know. This person has an issue right now. That's what the Devil's here for. I mean, it's like this person is tied to the Devil in some way. There's some aspect of their life right now that they don't have control over. It could be addiction. It could be. It could be a lot of things. It could just be insecurity. It could be, I don't know, ego. But whatever it is, it's like there's a part of them that they really don't have control over right now. So if you allow them back in, which I actually feel most of you probably will, if you allow them back in, then in some respects you're allowing yourself to almost be tied to the Devil, if you're energetically tied to them. So I think it's something to be aware of, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's just something to be aware of, okay? Understand that the person you're dealing with is not in control of everything in their life right now. So that being said, you know, do you excuse their bad behavior then, or do you not? I mean, that's a choice you have to make. I can't tell you what to do from that standpoint, but those are the kind of choices you're going to have to make here in the future, it looks like. But with the Six of Cups, I just feel like maybe someday this will be done and you won't let them back in. But right now, I don't think you're at that point, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. I mean, this looks painful. It's life, right? It's just life. I don't know what to say. If you want to take the sympathetic route, this person definitely doesn't intend to bring you down or bring nefarious, you know, they don't have nefarious intent towards you. They don't. But like I said, there's an aspect of their life they're not in control of. So, and in that regard, the Devil has control of that part. So then they end up doing things maybe that they wouldn't have done normally. I don't know. For each of one of you, the situation that I'm talking about here will probably be somewhat different, so I can't get that specific, but I think if this is your reading, then you understand the line I'm going with here. And you do have a choice here. You don't have to let this person in. You can also choose how much you want to let them in. You can let them in a little bit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This part hasn't happened yet, where we couldn't change this because it's already happened. We can't, you know, this part hasn't happened yet. So we could change this, but it's up to you as far as what you want to do. I'm not sure this reading helped you at all, but I tried. This is what I'm getting this week. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Take care of you, number one. Okay, the rest of this will fall into place. I'll be back on Wednesday, no matter what the cards say. Just go out and have the best week you can. That's what you do. That's how you live through life, right? Alrighty then. I'm going to go for now and be back in a few days. I wish you all the best, okay? Alright, y'all. Take care. Thanks.